Hello Deathlings, this week is a vintage Ask Mortician. We've been getting fancy lately with the iconic corpses and the morbid minutes, but this is just a straight Q&A. You got questions, I got answers. I twitted at you, you added at me. Whatever, let's party. Have you ever had so many bodies that there were delays? How do funeral homes manage an influx of corpses? Listen, influxes of bodies happen. People don't die on a schedule, but some funeral homes handle it better than others. Just this past week, Swanson Funeral Home in Michigan was shut down when inspectors found unrefrigerated bodies in a hot garage. There was blood on the floor, there were maggots on the floor, and apparently some of the bodies had been there up to 5 months. Now listen, I love a decomposing maggot-filled body in the right scenario, a natural burial scenario, a body farm scenario, but at a funeral home, that's just bad body management. Nobody wants to be kept in a hot garage like that. If the body wasn't embalmed and you're a funeral home, you have got to keep that body under refrigeration because refrigeration is what slows down decomposition. There have been times, especially around the Christmas holidays when we tend to get busier, where I have wondered if we were going to run out of room and more racks and storage had to be brought in. But if you're a funeral home, you figure it out. You protect your corpses. Make it work. What rights do people have over their own dead body parts? Like, if I had a leg amputated, could I bury it, cremate it, or keep the bones? It depends. You may have heard of Christy Loyal, the Oklahoma woman who had her foot amputated, had it skeletonized by domestic beetles, and now takes it on Instagram adventures. What, you're not up on breaking social media foot news? Christy had to tell the hospital performing the amputation that she wanted her foot back before the surgery took place. She signed a release and then waited a month for a pathology lab to send her preserved foot back to her in formalin. As long as the body part or limb in question doesn't have any communicable diseases and you push hard enough, yeah, the hospital might be willing to give it back to you. Once you get it back, you could have it cremated. I've cremated amputated body parts before, bury it, skeletonize it, or just hold on to it. A man in the Netherlands had his amputated leg turned into a lamp. Ta-da! Unfortunately, not all hospitals will be willing to just hand over your body parts. It may be the country's laws or the hospital's own strict internal policies that say that all limbs have to be disposed of, incinerated, treated as medical waste, or sent to a pathology lab. Basically, plan for the journey of your amputated limb the way you would your dead body. Plan ahead. Ask questions. What's a must-see death documentary? If I had to give you my top 3 today, it's gonna be A Certain Kind of Death, Serving Life, and Extremis. There's a whole bunch of death documentaries and movies and books that I love, and we just updated our Order of the Good Death website to have a resource section that has big lists of all of them, so I'll link that below. Day 17 of the car alarm. I fear I shall never see my family again. Salvador Dali is being dug up for a DNA test. What does that entail? There's really 2 parts to that question. 1, how do you get permission to dig up a body? And 2, how do you extract DNA from a corpse? First, it's really not that easy to get a dead body exhumed. There has to be a substantial and compelling reason to do so. In this case, it's a paternity issue. There's a woman who claims that she's Dali's daughter. It's the court that usually orders the exhumation for a medical or legal reason in conjunction with the family or next of kin, even if the body's been dead for 100 years. So how do you extract DNA from a corpse? And how long is that DNA viable after a body's been buried? DNA can be extracted from a corpse's blood, tissue, or hair roots. If the body's too decayed for that, you'd move on to long bones like the humerus or the femur, and worst case scenario, it can be extracted from the teeth. It's so hard to say how long DNA will last. It's anywhere from 10 years to 10,000 years under the right conditions. There's a DNA sample from a Neanderthal body in Belgium that's 100,000 years old. What are some of your favorite celebrity graves that you've visited? I visited a lot of celebrity graves. I thought about this, and I chose this answer for sentimental reasons. When I was 17, not even in college, not the death person I would become, I went to Florence, Italy with my parents and a friend from high school. I drug my father and my friend across the hot, crowded city in the summer because I wanted so badly to go to Santa Croce, where Michelangelo and Machiavelli and Galileo are buried. And I went to the museums and yeah, they were all right, but like these celebrity bodies, I was just so into, and I just wanted to be near them. And now, 15 years later, I have a book coming out about visiting corpses and bodies all over the world. And it just starts with visiting celebrity graves, you know? Can you really mail your ashes to the GOP? You've probably heard of the website mailmetothegop.com, which apparently arranges to have your cremated remains sent to a member of the GOP if you die because of the Republican health plan. Did you know that the National Funeral Directors Association donated 5-1 in favor of Republican candidates? I'll just let that sink in. But yes, it's legal to do this. It's legal to mail cremated remains, and actually pretty easy, according to our unofficial cremated remains mailing expert, Angela Kirkpatrick, who is the one who makes all of that really beautiful mourning jewelry with hair and cremated remains. In the US, ashes have to be sent USPS Priority Mail Express and will be delivered in 24 to 48 hours. You can get the packaging at the post office and the sticker that says cremated remains. They're considered pretty precious cargo, so somebody has to be there to sign for them on the other end, or else they'll be held at the post office. Let's just hope this whole thing isn't necessary, huh? Woo! Ask a Mortician! Follow me on social media, because you never know when I'm going to be putting out a call for this type of question. Also, if you follow me on Patreon, I put out monthly Q&As that are like this, except like a little more like casual, like chiller. Anyway, subscribe, like this video, comment on this video, murder this video, skin the flesh from this video. Where the flesh is your flesh, you're the video now. Brought to you with support from People's Memorial Association and the Co-op Funeral Home, and donations from viewers like you.